Four more contenders, one ruthless vision. The mission holds steady. It's your boy Travis Moody from A Toy Kind of Mood, and I'm back with the hot tag from Mitchell of GIJoe Now and Forever, running the fourth rope of our classified series Most Wanted, the fan-driven spotlight on forgotten villains, covert specialists, and all-out warriors waiting for their 6-inch debut. With GIJoe July reaching full momentum, this lineup blends the iconic with the unexpected, from battlefield leaders to underwater saboteurs. We begin with Iron Grenadiers Destro in his 1988 incarnation, clad in jet black battle uniform edged with blood red trim and crowned by a gleaming hinged gold mask that bears the inscrutable scowl of a true mercenary king. A rich crimson cape spills from his shoulders. At his side hangs a finely wrought gold sword, its blade honed to a mirror finish, while an oversized medallion embossed with the Iron Grenadier's crest rests against his chest, a symbol of both prestige and power. While Destro's presence commands the battlefield, longtime fans know that Gold Destro needs his despoiler. However, early word was that this version of the ruthless aristocrat would not come with his vehicle, but would still be deluxe. Any guesses? Next is Recoil, the 1989 LERP and recon expert armed with heavy gear and next-gen combat instincts. Sergeant Joseph Felton made his debut dressed head-to-toe in digi-camo fatigues and a low-profile cap, his multi-spectrum green goggles glowing like a predatory bird stalking its prey. Slung across his shoulders is a rugged comms pack bristling with signal jamming coils and a fold-up radio mast, while his modular vest and belt carry grenades, extra mags, and a quick-draw sidearm. In one hand, he grips a suppressed carbine ready for silent takedowns. In the other, a strobe flare to light the way, or blind the enemy, when it's time to vanish back into the shadows. Then we cut through the shadows with Ninja Force Zartan from 1993, a wild-card version of Cobra's Master of Disguise, his scalp swept into a flame-orange mohawk that echoes the jagged starburst paint framing his eyes. Clad in a sleeveless black leather vest, etched with a single-loop chain and bearing his rippling arms, he pairs it with high-mobility green cargo pants reinforced by thigh straps and knee pads, plus black fingerless gloves for silent strikes. Hidden in every seam are throwing stars and a collapsible shinobi staff, tools of his primary trade in infiltration and disguise, and his secondary mastery of unarmed ninja combat. With Cold Slither Zartan here, the reuse is obvious. But let's just hope that a modern-day take doesn't require us to break those weapons off from a plastic tree. Finally, we descend into the deep with the Hydro Viper, Cobra's elite underwater saboteur first released in 1988. Known as the Demon of the Deep, this figure is clad in a textured purple diving suit with hose lines feeding his sealed rebreather mask. And thanks to last week's wetsuit reveal, we know that the Hydro Viper was slipped through currents on web fins sculpted into his boots. His arsenal, an electrified harpoon gun, silent combat knife, and shaped charges, reflects a primary specialty in underwater demolition and a secondary mastery of amphibious infiltration. The Hydro Viper's combination of stealth, lethal precision, and unrelenting patience makes him the perfect predator beneath the waves. So that's all for this edition of Classified Most Wanted. Like, subscribe, and most importantly, tell us which of these 4 GIJoe classified figures you're in most dire need to add to the collection. And stay tuned for more collabos between A Toy Kind of Mood and GIJoe Now and Forever. Follow Mitchell at GIJoe Now and Forever, at Death Valley Machine on the Instagram, and of course you can always find us at A Toy Kind of Mood. Till then, we'll see you in San Diego. Peace.